Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm an airline pilot and a former Boeing 737 pilot, and in today's video let's talk about why there is an off position on the landing gear lever, how you can actually use that with your joysticks and Microsoft Flight Simulator, and what the technical background of it is. We're going to start with what does the off position do? Well, I'm sure that you're familiar with the 737 standard operating procedure, saying that after the takeoff you are going to put the gear lever into the off position. Now, why do we do that though? Well, to understand that, we need to understand how the 737's landing gear system is built. Let's head out for a second and have a look at what we've got down here under the airplane. So, we've got our main landing gears that are currently in the retracted position. Now, the retraction itself happens with hydraulic pressure from the hydraulic system A. Now, when that happens, the landing gear is going to come up and is going to be held up by the actuators until they reach the mechanical stop. However, once the mechanical stop is reached, your landing gears are in the up position. However, hydraulic pressure is still required in order to keep the landing gear up. At least, when the lever is in the up position, that is what happens. Now, the landing gear retraction mechanism has mechanical up locks that are going to hold the landing gear in place when hydraulic power is removed from the system. For that reason, once the gear is up, we are going to place the lever into the off position. Hydraulic power is then removed, and the mechanical up locks are going to hold the landing gear in place. Why do we do that though? Well, the primary reason we do it is because once the landing gear is held by the up locks, a failure of the hydraulic system A is no longer going to cause the landing gear to fall out, and it is going to ease the stress on the hydraulic system and the components in question. Now, newer Boeings like the 737 MAX or the 777, 787, 747-8 and so on no longer have the off position. However, the basic mechanism is still the same inside, just with the difference that, for example, in the 737 MAX, once the landing gear is fully retracted and the lever is still in the up position, which is where it stays on the MAX, after a little time delay, hydraulic pressure is automatically removed from the actuators in the landing gear retraction mechanism. Now, in case you wonder, we do see a reduced hydraulic quantity in the A system when the landing gear is retracted. The reason for that is, with the gear extended, you basically don't have fluid in the system. Only when the gear is being retracted, that's where the system is pumping fluid into the retraction mechanism, and therefore your total fluid quantity decreases in the hydraulic A system indication, because that fluid is now trapped in the landing gear retraction mechanism. Likewise, if we were to extend the landing gear now, you will see that the quantity is going to increase again to whatever it has been previously when the reservoir was fully filled. So, that is the basic mechanism of the landing gear retraction and why we've got an off position in the system. Now, always remember, when you do showcases like this, landing gear retraction maximum speed 235 knots. For that reason, let's go speed in event, get that speed down low again, and then we're going to retract it. In order to extend and retract my landing gear, I like to use the switch on my Honeycomb Bravo or on my Thrustmaster Boeing Yoke, which both got a physical landing gear lever. However, those levers only have up and down positions. So, how exactly can you use them with the landing gear lever in the 737, which is a 3-position lever in the real airplane? Well, let me show you how I'm doing it and how I have assigned my controls. So, let's go into the control options over here, and we're going to move to our Bravo quadrant profile, down to the landing gear. And you will see that right now, even though my landing gear is extended, the landing gear up button is actually illuminated over here. Now, In order to understand what is going on in the background, we need to understand how Microsoft Flight Simulator works. Basically, those landing gear switches, both on the Honeycomb Bravo throttle as well as on the Thrustmaster Boeing Yoke, in both cases they work in a way that they continuously send the signal that the button is pressed. Therefore, with your physical landing gear lever in the down position, you will constantly get that command sent. So with a physical lever in the down position, you will constantly get the gear down command sent to your simulator. Likewise, when you move the landing gear lever into the up position, you will constantly have the landing gear up signal sent to your simulator. Now, due to the way how the simulator works internally, once your landing gear up signal is coming, you can no longer move that gear lever out of the up position. However, there is an easy trick to get around it. Now, here's what I'm doing. If you have a look at the number of the switches on the landing gear lever there, you will see that switch number 31 is the up position and switch number 32 is the down position. However, as you will notice over here, my landing gear up command is set to switch number 32. So basically, I've inverted the two signals. What I'm doing then is I go into the settings and have a look at the action type here. I've selected action type on release. Now, if that is how you select it, then you basically invert the command. And your joystick still sends the constant I'm in the up or down position command to your simulator. However, it no longer carries out any action upon it. But now, it's only going to carry it out when you actually release the switch. Therefore, when you put the lever into the other position. Like that, you can trick your way around the Microsoft Flight Simulator assignment and logics, so that when your landing gear lever is moved into the respective position, you can see right now my landing gear lever is down, and the up command is constantly signaled, and now moving it into the actual up position on my stick, and you can see now I'm transmitting the down command. And basically, whenever you release that switch, then it is going to carry out the command. So right now, with my physical lever in the up position, the gear down signal is sent, and now when I'm moving my physical lever down, that switch is being released, and that's when the gear down command is sent. So basically just invert the command, and then be sure that you've selected on release as action type. Otherwise, that is obviously not going to work. And like that, if we go back into the simulator, you can see right now gear is down. I'm moving my lever into the up position, and it's moving up. And because it no longer detects the release command, but only, switch is their command, now I'm free to move my landing gear lever into the off position with the mouse. And that is how easy you can do it. Alright, that's it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope that you have enjoyed this one. If it is, do let me know in the comments below. Looking forward to your take on this one, and in the meantime, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching. See you all again on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe if you're up for more. And finally, if you really love my videos, I would appreciate a small donation through the Buy Me Coffee link in the video description below. Until then, see you all again on the next one.